You might remember Josephine. She, oh, it appears she has gotten bored of her sweet tooth. And she's a bit of a trend chaser. And she heard about the homeless man that was growing strange trees and decided to try this whole rustic thing. We call her Wild Josephine now. She sleeps under my porch. We're again that wild charm of a bonfire and well, uh, people sit here and they consume wood. I have to do that 320 times. Let's see, where's a +3 tree? Ash and pine. Alright, well. Well, these are all plum trees over here by the looks of it, I think. And yes, we are facing a massive homelessness problem. I will spend my planks on a new house because otherwise there will be big happiness problems, and I don't like that idea. So increase game speed. As for what I'm actually going to do with this stone, hmm, that is a good question. And we already ran out over here. Okay. Okay, on aside for the time being, let's check the edicts. Work slower. Ration, hands off. Well, I can't afford to ration while there's homelessness, or that unemployment is going to damage me quite heavily. This certainly is one of the settlements of all time. Okay. Homelessness resolved. Begin rationing. Okay. I'm not sure if I actually will use this stone. But yeah, just just to get some space. If I do place down a farm, I would just grow maybe some mix of these. I'm not sure which one is best. I haven't decided. For now, let's just start chopping over here. That way I can feed the fire. Oh, we're getting the colorblind guide to light the fire. Oh, I suppose... I suppose there are worse people to have do it. But for the time being, it's probably better to just get down a sawmill. Maybe dream of a farm, but I'm just doing it for the nice houses. Could fit a house there, but I think a stockpile would look nicer, and that's just the perfect spot. What am I doing wasting a person on there? No, even if I wanted to get it out of the way, it's not worth the person. Then I think this map, at the very least, does have natural tree growth enabled, I think. Because I did not plant that. Unhappiness hits. Disable rationing. Let's see, how many... Yeah, I'm given 70 days. I need a lot of wood. With how much wood I need, how am I expected to make bread? Why would I make bread? Why would I make beer? Why would I spend my time doing that? There is a severe wood deficit. We've got 23 people, which is pretty good towards the mission objective, but... every time they interact with this, they burn 1 bit of wood. So I need 320 bits of wood, I think. Or maybe just a whole bunch of people can gather around while the 1 bit of wood is burning? Maybe? But then it would still be better to wait. Yes, the food is running low. Yes, I am aware. I am in the early stages of a mission, okay? Being low on food is expected. Okay, get the sawmill built. Then I can get the actually good houses built. And just have the objective progressing. And keep 1 in reserve to activate the sawmill immediately. Yeah, I just can't afford to spend the time, resources, and space on a farm. Maybe I could chop all this down and then replace with a farm? Maybe? But I do appreciate how the trees seem to spawn in with a full batch of mushrooms. Maybe that's just because it was nighttime. Okay, turn off rationing, and then make this bit of road look nicer. 2 babies born. Okay. People, do you want to visit the bonfire? No? Jack, my guy. You cannot possibly be this lazy. My guy slept in to work at his job at... He dropped off a single bit of wood. That is all he did. Okay. Trees grow in. I immediately harvest their products. And I cut them down for wood to feed to the bonfire. Can the tree nursery even keep up? I don't know. Can I afford to take a risk by replacing this with a farm? Yeah, maybe. I'll just first do a little experiment. No, never mind. That was horribly unoptimal. Regret. Okay, nice house built. Stop being so upset. You know, Josephine, this whole bonfire plan, well, it, I try not to criticize. I do. But it's, I mean, what can I even say about it? Okay, if I get any unemployment, I'll just funnel them into there. Hungry? Okay, ration. Barely any left down there, barely left down here. And when you run to grow in, I'll get some more. Okay, I might have to turn this into a farm, maybe. I can fit two. Let's see. Well, how's this operation over here doing? Well, the bonfire experiment is certainly enough to prove one thing. Planting your own trees gets you more wood than waiting for them to just sort of appear. I don't think we needed to burn a whole bunch of wood to prove that, though. I love the decree system. Oh, yes, I will have to dismantle this. Move your stuff over here. Okay, 31. Met the requirement. Oh yes, homelessness, right. I've still got a while left before I'm expected to resolve that, right? So, I think I'll just ignore it for a little bit. %25 progress. 25% progress. And I can't build a second one. A follower is unhappy. Well... No, I'll leave that for a little bit. I will get every mushroom and plum I can. Alright. Position that there. That there. Let's go. A lettuce in the middle. Funny eggplant. And then pumpkin. That ought to be good. And if only I could keep burning this for a little bit more, but... Yeah, I'll give this area a little bit of help. I'll add some plums. Yeah, I'll prioritize this, since that won't make them get distracted over here. That should work. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing for the lettuce. Doing some over there. They're doing most over here, but that's just because they were closer. They did the exact same amount of work, in fact. I did more over here that I can't reach at all. Let's see. 40 days. Hopefully I'm on track and I didn't ruin things for myself by trying to save a bit of wood early on. Sorry, my guy, but... And the rationing will continue. Until morale improves. Because turning on and off rationing is to get a happiness spike to buy time for the next round of rationing. A reset. It's exactly how people's happiness works. Of course, we all know this. Which is exactly why I will keep taking advantage of it. Because that's just reality. What do you mean? I don't even know if it's possible for there to get value out of a 4-person farm. I think they're quite satisfied with 3. I mean, if they are going to give me idle people, I can't do... I don't need fourth on a farm, but I can't. Ah, yes. The pumpkins, the lettuce. This healthy mix of crops should be good. Lettuce, I think, is extremely fast. Lettuce, I think, is best all around. And pumpkin, it certainly keeps the available food number looking really low, while still feeding the people. Oh, more unemployment. I do not have a use for it. So into the quarry you go. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Nah. I don't have a value for that. There's no reason to keep too many people there. This, it's just busy work. I will keep planting more trees. That way I don't forget and suddenly I have no wood. And I lose a level. But hopefully if I just have a ton of unemployed people, they'll all gather by the fire. Let's see. This employee? Yes, it is. Oh! Oh! Oh, they're all coming in. There we go. There we go. I thought about it a little bit, and then I came to the realization. If employing people after the bonfire makes them idle, maybe the key to the mission success is just always have a whole bunch of idle people. It's like it's trying to tell me something. So I'm not even sure if eggplants are better than pumpkins. I don't think it matters too much. This farm setup should be enough, coupled with this, to not need rationing. So anything else beyond that doesn't matter too much. Did I plant plums over here? If I did, they must have gotten destroyed. What about over here? Okay, yeah, there are plums growing in. How would this... Oh, right, it's because I have 4 people on this. What about if I remove a few? Just 3. Hey. Fetch the wood. You let the fire go out. I only have 52 progress. With less than half the time remaining. Come on. Chop, chop. Get this done. Let's see. Let's get it nice and cliffside view for that. And then... I'll fit one right over there. Oh, I actually am running low on food. Oh, okay. Let me guess, I'm in between harvests? Oh, yep. There's stuff ready to harvest, it just hasn't been. That explains hunger. Okay. Okay, 4th person. Goes back on. Okay, I stand correct. Apparently it is helpful. Yes. No, 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 what are you doing? Well, I guess... It's just interact. They don't have to interact with it all day, but... Come on, come back in. Come back. Come back. Interact with it again. Oh, Daredevil Age. Shame. I think the hands-off button is complete trap. Avoid it. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Kid grew into an adult. Hey, I've got this bonfire if you want to sit next to it. And yeah, the idea of unemployment maxing to win this level does make sense. After all, this character's introduction was introducing Sugar, whose sole use was making candy to beat the level. Because happiness value just rises if they can eat, not be bothered by big government, and have a house. He reaches 100. Yeah, I don't need candy for it to reach 100. The flower is unhappy because they are homeless. Well, guess what? I was prepared. In fact, you'll get one of the best houses for this type of society experiment. It will be right by the cliffside, like everyone else, but it'll be quirky and different. You'll be by a whole bunch of trees and a bonfire at the edge of those trees. And your house won't even be looking at those trees. That's right. It's the authentic camping experience where you pretend to be in the middle of the woods, but you're actually not. There's farms right there. It's just a smokescreen of trees in the way. This is incredibly authentic to the perhaps more touristy camping sites, one could say. Which I remember feeling disappointed by and just thinking, man, the person who brought me here paid money for this. By the way I am describing it, you can probably tell I wasn't the one who came up with the idea to go there. I was the one brought there, but there we go. We've got the house built. Sam loves mom more than dad, and you're not doing your homework? And you're complaining about being bored, but you're not doing your homework? Okay. This is ridiculous. Hey, look at that. It's barely been any time, and 10%, I still think it's like 15% progress has gone up. And the wood stockpile from this setup is absolutely gigantic. And if you want to know the inspiration for this setup, it's very simple, alright? So, first things first, is you buy this old game called Banished. Then you eat dirt and die. But before you do that, you quickly figure out some cool strategies. And this is me porting a common Banished opener right over here. Except in that game, the lumberjack cabin is an automatic tree nursery. Of course, it means it only goes in the range. So there is that. You can't just have them run all over here, but hey, just build it over here. They're not that expensive in that game. Anyways, that game is not this game. And whenever the harvest comes in, the food numbers balloon. It better be. I've got 8 people stationed here. Anyways. I can't help but notice that this guy didn't even look at it. He didn't even look at it. Hey, get to see the log. No, the log, no. Such a shame. Okay, there. Someone else had to put it in. I guess for safety reasons. Okay, let's see. Hey, what up, Persona 2? Oh. Wait, I recognize that. When you boot up the game, before you press any buttons, you're taken to a bonfire with someone playing that music. I recognize that. Oh, well, that's actually perfect timing. How do you guys pull it off so well? But in this level, I actually kind of need for you guys to lock in, fill the bed cells. There it is. Is that the itsy bitsy spider? Well, I'll just stare at this. We've already seen what the rest of the island looks like, and even if the foraging area runs out of trees, oh well. It's fine. Hey, thank you, kid. Do you think your friends could also become adults and gather around? Actually, no, they don't need to be adults to gather around the campfire. But it would be funny to grow the unemployment number. This island is, after all, incredibly small. I'm pretty sure at least this part of that was. At least part of that has got to have been the itsy bitsy spider. Like, you're gonna tell me that was not? Dun, 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 dun. I saw you think about it. I saw that person think about it and then just walk away. No home, no problem. We can build homes. Oh boy, we can absolutely build some homes. If there's one thing we are confident at doing, it's building out some houses. Just sprinkle a few trees in here, just because I can. It's called sustainability. Nothing was growing in there, so I just throw in some plums. They're actually not native to that area, they're native over here, but I chopped them all down over here, so I have to move them over here. Oh. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. Well, I'll wait for that to finish up. Let's inspect her modest house. Rescan. The charm of the bucolic lifestyle with none of the grit. Yep. That's Josephine for you. But hey. It's harmless. Oh, harmless bit of LARP, one could say. After all, even if this place doesn't really have a whole lot more room for growth, if you drop down all the trees for spaces, you could fit, maybe like one or two more farms up here, one or two more farms over here. You could feed a decent amount of people. Squeezing houses absolutely everywhere. There wouldn't be much value in doing so other than just having more humans on this beautiful planet, which isn't really a bad thing, but like I don't know. They should probably not just be unemployed bums all day. I like, wouldn't they get bored of the campfire eventually? She already grew bored of the Candyland operation. That's why we're here in the first place. Over 30 followers. Yeah, I've got that. And then, just to confirm what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, look. There's the bonfire and the guitar. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I was talking about.